Hello everyone, so where we were was just getting better gear for the class quests, or not the quests, for the main scenario quests. We needed to get level 5 gear, and there's a level 5 sword and a level 5 body, and we already have some of these that are level 5, so we'll just stick with the body as it is. Usually I base how they look, so you can actually display them. So, as I was saying, I usually pick the one either that I need or which one I think looks the best. And so if I just right click, you can see item comparison, so it will compare what I currently have equipped. Or you can try on search for item. Search for item is whether or not you have one in your inventory already, so you don't end up taking another one. And this isn't just applicable to quests, you can do this at any point in the game to find it. You can also link it in chat, so say you were talking to someone and you said, hey, I'm looking for this, can you get me one? That sort of thing, or whatever. So then you can see try on, and I usually display that. You can also adjust this. I can't remember how to do that. There's a way to adjust how big that window is. Now, I guess that's something for me to look up, but you can zoom in and you can see how it is. Right clicking will change what point is focused on, and then left clicking and holding you can turn to see how it looks. You can also manually display the headgear. So with me, I have an eye patch right now as my headgear, but I usually don't like that, so I leave the display headgear off, which as you can see is also here in my character information. You can also save delete outfit, display gear, sheath, draw sword, so sheath, drawing the sword, sheath, and toggle character display, on off gamepad only, and then reset display. I will figure out how to actually zoom in on this later. But yes, we'll just continue with this here. First sword, Mila wishes to teach you the fundamentals of the gladiatorial arts. I take it you and your sword have become better acquainted. Then I will now instruct you on another fundamental aspect of what it means to be a gladiator, commanding an opponent's attention. As gladiators, we are trained to engage enemies at close range, weathering their attacks as we deliver our own. However, there are times when we must do battle alongside allies whose talents are not the same as our own. In such a situation, your role is not to slay the enemy in front of you, but rather to defend the man beside you. We do this by eliciting the enmity of our opponents through attacks and techniques designed to incite their hatred. In other games, this is your aggro or hate. In this game, it's called enmity. You must learn to draw the enemy's attention to yourself and to trust in your stout constitution to endure. In so doing, you protect your weaker comrades who would otherwise perish. To help you better understand this, there is a task I would have you perform. It just so happens that Mobody of the Quicksand has requested our assistance. A gang of Lominson marauders has paraded into town and begun harassing people outside her establishment. Men like these prey on the weak, but will turn tail and flee at the first sight of defiance. You need not resort to violence. It will suffice to show them that you are not afraid of them and will not tolerate their behavior. Seek out the Lominsons and make your presence known by bellowing, "Face me, marauder!" In this way you will protect the people of Ulda as you would your allies in battle. So we're just going to head over to the quicksand and do this quest if I run the right direction. It's over this way. Played this game for as long as I have and I still lose the directions. And I'm just going to run over that direction. see it's outlined there. Mocking Marauder. So sometimes when there's a task, so in this case it says to use the emote me, you can usually talk to them first, so I'm gonna try that for a few of these. Just turn around and walk away, adventure. You deaf, get lost. And we go. Me. You motion to yourself. Well, your problem? Maybe she likes your man. Wow, geesh. I'm not even gonna read that one out. I'm happy to scare that guy away. If you're lazy like me, you tend to hop over things. And it looks like nobody's in here, so let's go this way. Since we're over this way, I'll also talk to that Moogle that I said I was gonna get my mail from, which I never did. So we'll just take a little detour. And the delivery Moogle. Look what we have here. A new letter has arrived just for you, Kupo. A French-lit circlet. And shard of an aetherite, which can be attuned to new adventures, allowing your swift travel to their side in the times of need. Ah, that's why. The friend you introduced to Eurasia has retained their subscription for a total of 30 days. Enclosed is a friendship circlet. My friend returned to the game, so that's why. We'll just set that aside there. No new letters for today, Kupo. I guess there was special dialogue when you first introduced to them. I didn't actually think that was important, but perhaps we will see that dialogue later. If not, you'll have to find that somewhere online, probably Wikipedia or one of the various other... Ah, that was someone from my guild, or free company. Oh, nope, I don't want to go this way. As I was saying, you'll have to find that not quest dialect, but that special chat probably on a Wikipedia or some other place. I didn't think that would be only a one-time thing. It's unfortunate. Keen-eyed Marauder. Yeah, got a lot of nerve thinking you can talk to me like that. Talk to like you any direction. Wanna bet you're gonna run away? Wait, come on now. You was disrespecting me, proud sea wolf. There it is. Fine, I'll leave the... Well, yeah. I think he's knocked out. Hopefully he's okay. We won't check. Ill-mannered Marauder. Wanna bet he's friendly? Now your friend airs a 12 down. She thinks you can charge us more 'cause we're foreigners, but you'll get his own back, mark my words. So for the records, are supposed to kind of probably sound like pirates. I'm doing a poor job of it. Bugger off, can't you see I'm having a civilized conversation with this poxy horson? Oh, sorry. What, you blaming me because this little shite shot is so bad? Bugger him, man. Bugger you too. Poor sap. And just because I spotted this, I apparently happened to tune to it. So I might as well get that out of the way. Oh, and look at that. You've attuned yourself to all the aetherite shards in Ulda, the Gate of Null, the Gate of Thal, the Gate of Sultana, and the airship landing are now accessible as aethernite destinations. So if I wanted to... Well, as it says. Kind of repeats that, so you don't actually really have to read it. That kind of tells you on the screen. Anyway, so if I right-click, I can now teleport to all of these locations within Ulda. Now we'll talk to, I guess, this one, a farmer. My poxy arse, this is your best brew. I'd sooner drink a pint of mule piss than this swell. Well, I bet it would. Yeah, no, I got nothing out of that. No. Wait. Oh, I guess we're supposed to... Me? I guess that's a cutscene. Just who the hell do you think you're speaking to, maggot? Farmel, the Driven, and me and my bloody marauders have been raving so long, mothers scare their children with tales about us. Don't believe my words, and I'll axe do the talking. Then I'll let my axe do the talking. Oh, this is lively, even for the quicksand. You two could be, going to put on a show for us? What's this? Another goddamn fool. Show some respect when you talk to Farmel the Driven, leader of a troop of bloody mummers, or some such. Aye, I heard you for the first time. Your voice carries quite well. Then unless you want me to split your skull with me axe, you better. That sword, it couldn't be frenzy, but only the sword of Nald would. Bloody hells, it's you! You know, I've never been one to stand back and watch. Mind if I join the fun? But begging your pardon, sir. Why do they always do that? Looks like it's just you and me. Standing up to that Lominson was quite brave of you, and quite foolish. I think I like you, gladiator. Name's Aldous, and I'd buy you a drink, but I'm afraid that I just spent the last bit of my coin. I used to be a young gladiator like you back then. But that hardly concerns you. These days I'm just an explorer of the unexplored, a seeker of as yet unknown experiences. Like that beautiful stranger keeping... I've missed the city, this wonderful desert jewel of the Bactrian sin. Now if you'll excuse me. The dialogue is just awesome in some of these. That's a bit of sarcasm. Sarcasm flag. I swear if I hadn't seen all this with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it was him. Everyone here thought he died years ago. Listen, do me a favor and don't tell Myolo about meeting Meldis, alright? She doesn't need this sort of drama. Why? Well, let's just say some folk ain't good for one another. Okay. And back to the... well, this way. Or we'll just run into walls and prevent us from going, because why not? And the bright sun, sorry, I didn't actually mean to angle that halfway. I was expecting the sun on the other side, not this way. And we're just running along. Just moseying in along. Loading screen, and then the Gladiators Guild is right to the right of this. Right here. And conveniently there's also there's the symbol right up here for that. I've already heard of your exploits at the Quicksand Slytherin. You did well to send those marauders packing. I wish I could say you've heard the last of them. Alas, we've received reports of axe-wielding raiders assaulting merchants traveling through Scorpion Crossing. It seems words will not suffice after all. I want you to finish what you've begun, Celebrian. Head to the Western Thanalan and see the Farmel, the Driven, and all those who have shared in his crimes never trouble the people of Ulda again. Well, I guess we'll go do that then. And then I'll get the gear. Sometimes it's a good thing to do the side quests. It saves you the trouble of buying the new pieces of gear, so that's why we're going through this hassle. Aside from this being a class quest, so sometimes there's skills that are only available through your class quest, so you kind of have to do them. I guess I need to go this way, right? And if you're never sure where you need to go, you can see that it's purple, that means it's my class quest. And then you can open up the map here, sometimes they'll show you. In this case it's right here. Likewise up here, so this is for your main scenario quest, and then just below it's usually your class, not usually, is your class quest, so clicking on that once again will open up the map. And off we go again. And we get to see a nice sunset of sorts. And you can see the weather up there, clear skies. That's one thing I like about this game is the background music. Nervous merchant. This is a tore my saddle and took everything I own. Bring my goods back to me, I beg you. And I guess I'm gonna talk to these guys, because I might have to kill the same thing, or something that's over there as well. It's gone, I just know it. As if I hadn't enough problems already, you took the wrong package, Bodolf, you bloody oaf. Package to Horizon. A small wrapped parcel bound for the settlement of Horizon. The Horizon package? You're a 12 cent, I guess. You've spared me quite a headache, friend. Thank you. Maybe it was heartache. I don't know. If only there weren't so many other misplaced shipments plaguing me these days. Oh, and look at that. We get another piece of gear. But since we're soon gonna get another better one, well, we'll just go with that. Oswald has another task. Oswald needs your help to locate a misplaced shipment. You have time to spare, don't you? Sure. Make yourself useful and help me find my missing crates. Do I have a choice? The manifest clearly states that 3 crates are bound for the East Aldenard Trading Company were included in the latest shipment from Vesper Bay, but I can't seem to find the bloody things. They ought to be around here somewhere, but I can't waste any more time looking. If you find the crates, bring them to me. Oh, well, we'll go with this first. M.A. of Scorpion Cross is worried about the condition of her chocobo. Yes there, yes you. You're an adventurer, are you not? The travel about Eorzea slaying beasts and finding treasure, that sort of thing? I've need of help. I must travel to Horizon, where my cargo awaits, but my chocobo slugger won't move an ilm. I tried to have a closer look, but I saw a vile pair of antennae protruding from his feathers and lost my nerve. I love Slugger with all my heart, but bugs I cannot do. I fear he may have a parasite ladybug that's gorging itself on his blood. Well, that's disturbing. Check him for me, would ya? And if you find a ladybug dug in there somehow, kill the thing. With pleasure, I guess. My moon has information that may interest wealthy adventurers. Have you heard the news about the goblet? All that quality land so desperately coveted, it is to be auctioned off to bidders regardless of their origins. Even adventurers have the right to participate. Just imagine, the entire area could end up owned by wealthy foreign. Beg your pardon, miss, isn't that I dislike adventurers, far from it, but when you consider that Ulda is still struggling to accommodate countless refugees, the idea that this land is being sold for profit is not surprising whatsoever, come to think of it. Still, the least that they could do is give preferential treatment to hard-working old-ons like me. I've been saving for years, just waiting for an opportunity like this to come along. Say, you wouldn't happen to be curious as well, would you? About the goblet? My hands are full here, but if you've a moment to head that way, look into this auction business on my behalf, I'd be ever so grateful. There's bound to be an Immortal Flames representative by the gates or in the goblet who can explain what's going on. This wouldn't happen without General Robon's approval of that which I'm sure. Q! Q! So that previous quest was for the housing in the Thanalan area in particular. Oh. I guess. Q! 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 Slicker says, thank you, and you've my thanks as well. I was sure as I saw up it was a parasite ladybug. Must have lodged itself in somewhere along the road, but how the bloody thing managed to stay concealed at that size is a complete mystery. It is indeed, and I was just thinking that. In fact, I'm not even going to question it. Game logic. We'll just go with that. You don't know that, but yeah. It's just like to move on and put this all behind me. If you don't keep our chocobos healthy, cargo won't be able to move over land. We owe these birds a great debt. I wish more folk could see that. Who doesn't love a little giant chicken? The trader Guntram is furious, ransacking his cargo at Scorpion Cross, looking for all the world like a man who has misplaced something. No, 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 no. This can't be happening. There's no time to send for Mord, and no... Gah! You there! Please, you must help me. Go kill as many cactars as you must to gather 4 bottles of their blood. I don't care if you have to hunt the little green bastards out of extinction. Please, there's no time to explain. Just know that my very life hangs in the balance for the... Okay, I'm going. And we'll just kill these, because we can. Oh, I guess that was fast. I was expecting it to be more. Oh, I guess... Oh, that was done for the hunt lock as well. Have you brought the cactar blood? All 4 bottles? Show me. Cactar blood. Actually, this clear liquid is far closer to water than it is blood. Except that it is for the cactar it is taken from. For him, it's the most definitely blood. Phew, you saved my hide, friend. It just stopped to give my cargo a check on the way to Ulda and saw all my bottles of Rad's at hand skin tonic were as empty as a Garlean promise. I have questions about your skin tonic, sir. Looks as though the lids shook off in transit and the whole load spilled right out, but I refused to have it said that Guntram failed to make good on a delivery. Cactar blood is supposed to help keep the skin supple. I'll just use what you've brought to fill the empty bottles. And all those lovely Uldon ladies will be none the wiser. Unless someone tells them. Oh, don't worry about getting found out. Rad's at hand. Skin tonic is still a rare find, all the more so this far south. I'd venture none in Ulda would even know it from an ampoule of their own piss. Well, I would think they might, you know, color and all that. Oh, look at that. There's cargo we need. EATC cargo crate. Ah, I see. We're missing cargo. I totally knew that. And there should be one more somewhere. It's probably up there. We'll just check up there. Maybe we can spot it from up there anyway. If not, we can see a nice view of a lighthouse and sparkly stars. Anyway, moving on. Not down there. Not down there. Perhaps out here? Oh. Nope. Nope. Ah. There's a fade over there. I was confused for a moment because all the sound was out, so I thought my headphones messed up. Nope, it was just that there's no background music right now because it's nighttime. Way to confuse me, game. Ah, there it is. It's over this way. Wasn't I just up there? Ah, no, I was up on that one. Up we go. EATC cargo crate. And because I'm lazy, I'll just hop down. As well. Did you find my crates? Nope. Nope, we didn't. Items prepared and packaged to ship from Vesper Bay to the East Aldernard Trading Company. Great job, friend. These will make the next wagon thanks to you. The shipments never stop coming day in and day out. Just keeping track of everything is enough to give me migraines. Business is good, true, but what use is money if you don't have time to spend it? I haven't downed a pint with friends in weeks. I guess he has another quest. Oswald is holding a letter addressed to someone at the Silver Bazaar. Boxes, crates, barrels, lifting, moving, stacking. There's no end to it. I'm tired. So very tired. Say, friend, do a hard-working stranger a kindness, would you? See this letter safe to Kickapoo at the Silver Bazaar. I'd call her myself, but I haven't the time. I doubt these weary legs would carry me there even if I did. I'd like to send her something nice along with it. Could I trouble you to scrounge up, say, 5 hammer-beak kale feathers? Gods know you can find the beasts around here easy enough. Kickapoo's a dear friend. She's called the Silver Bazaar home for, well, for far too long. There's been ill rumors of the place of late. I just like to make sure she's well, is all. I guess we'll go this way first. Ah, yes, that's to the goblet, so we can ignore that one for now. It's not so important. Caravan sack. And a murderous marauder because I elevated. Just try to use a skill that I don't actually have access to. That was a bit of a fail. And because the hammerhead beaks are here, I might as well kill them. I'm just gonna zoom out a bit. Gives me a better range of where I need to fight or see what I need to see. Usually with dungeons and other fights, I'm zoomed out as far as I can, so I have a better range of visuals. I do like to zoom in from time to time, just to have a better view. Since I need to kill those for the hunt log, might as well do that too. Hammerbeaks, 4 more, well 3 more after this one. one more, but we will... Since the cactar is there, why not? There's a random chocobo in the middle of way there. Interesting. Weird. And as I mentioned in the first video, as you can see, there's a triangle with red around that. That means these guys are aggressive. Meaning, if you get near, they will attack. And we just need one more hammerbeak. And... oh, well... actually, maybe we'll head that way. Actually, no, we won't. We'll head back this way because I think my next class quest ends up being in that direction. Or something anyways, so I might as well stay with a somewhat orderly fashion. So we still need pants and bodies, and this should hopefully be the last part of this. Yeah, we already went through that. Bags such as this one carrying merchandise are always attractive targets for highwaymen and bandits. 12, bless you, adventurer. If it weren't for your good women like you, I'd never leave home. Yeah. So there's the quests over there. Or here. I think I'm actually gonna just... actually, no, I'm not, because that's pretty costly for early on. Okay. We are going to go do those other side quests, and then we'll head back into Ul'dah. Actually, we'll go into Ul'dah first. I totally know where I'm going. This looks so pretty. Especially with the stars. And we'll just enjoy it without the UI on. And zoomed in a bit. And of course I went quiet again because it's nighttime here. And I keep forgetting to... up here you can have, see it's my local time there, but you can also have your Zeon time. And another time. You can also change the clock to a 24-hour clock or a 12-hour clock. I prefer the 12-hour clock. Good, it is finished, and with that, this stage of your training is complete. This time your enemies were ill-behaved ruffians, but who knows what manner of opponents you will face in the future. Regardless, I have faith that you will do well. Master your sword, and you shall master yourself. Now then, there will be work for you in the days to come. Return to your training. We will speak again. And, as I said, oh, I guess I could have picked the other one too, but oh well. And equip that, so now you see you have a better sword and better gear, so now I just need pants that are level 5. And let's see. And unfortunately I didn't level up to level 10, so I couldn't do that quest, so maybe we should have done those other side quests first, but, Oh well. Probably have to come back here anyway, so no real loss there. Sometimes that's the unfortunate thing with the main story quests, is that there's a bit of a delay because you have to level up. And likewise with your class quests, but your class quests are usually broken up in the same kind of pattern as the storylines, so it's not so bad. And we have the long journey to go all the way across the map because we don't have a mount or anything. Now, that said, there are chocobo porters, but I don't think I can go use them yet. You have to talk to them in each of the places. So was there one here? Nope. I guess the first one is over in that way. So the chocobo porters basically makes travel a lot faster if you don't have a mount so early on. It'll take you directly from here to Ul'dah or whatever your destination is. So there's also the horizon over here. There's another porter. You do have to actually have talk to each of the porters. I think there's a fee, but it is a lot cheaper than teleporting. Because as you saw, if I wanted to teleport to Ul'dah, it would cost me 192 gil. Well, that's the distance to Ul'dah. It would takes more time to run, but it's less costly because right now I only have about 2,500 gil. And yes, spoiler, you get a chocobo. You may have seen the player running on their chocobo over there. It does take a bit of a while to get to it though. But it was something that really pushed me to keep playing the game because I wanted my own chocobo. And we'll just keep moving along. Here we are, and I just realized I could have been running. Oh well. Kikipu. Well, what is it then? Come and try and scare me and these poor folk off our land again? Go on, do your worst. I'll not budge one step from this spot. Okay. Letter to Kikipu. This envelope contains a very special message from Oswell. And Hammerbeak Tailfeather. Beautiful plumage plucked from the rump of a slain Hammerbeak. Why did it have to come from the rump? Hammerbeak Tailfeathers in a letter. Dear, wow, it's from Oswell. Have you seen him? Is he well? Dearest Kikipu, it's been so long since I wrote you last. How have you fared since? As ever, I'm a slave to my trade, and sadly it hasn't seen fit to take me to or through the Silver Bazaar in some years. I've heard it told the scum of Ul'dah have set their eyes on your Silver Bazaar. It seems beyond saving. Really, how long do you mean to linger in this horrid hovel? Remember, some birds there just aren't meant to be caged. Spread your wings and soar once more. Spread my wings and soar? This is by far the most ridiculous letter I've ever read. A Hammerbeak Tailfeathers? The dolt does realize he sent the feathers of a flightless bird, doesn't he? Now there's a rather funny irony there. Well, Oswald can go bugger himself. I've no intentions of stepping one elm from this hovel, much less soaring from it. It's my hovel and I love it. Right. Kikipu of the Silver Bazaar is having a hard time handling a couple of troublesome laborers. You have a warm face for an outsider, not like those other curs loitering about the bazaar. Surely you've seen the hammers to the east of here, or at the very least heard them. Well, a few of their workers have decided to drop in on us for a little rest and relaxation. But they're no workers, they're barely but hired muscles sent to threaten the people of the bazaar and harass our shops. It's not the first time. But I dare say a formidable lass such as yourself just might be able to scare them off, with some strongly worded doubts. What say you? guess we'll do it. Yeah, just because I'm right here. Oh no. Has the look of a Lollapel dying to be asked if he has any work to offer. I guess we'll ask him. Hey there, friend. I've a sure way into some easy gill if you're interested. It won't even require you to break a sweat. Well, not much of one. All you need to do is slay enough rusty coblines to gather 4 bottles of cobline grease and then deliver them to here by the name Adelard at the hammers. Once he has the grease, he can use it to keep the hammers running. It couldn't be more simple. I am sure surrounded by fools here. They detest the hammers and the new way of life they symbolize. They care only for the successes of the past, but it blinds them to the opportunities of the present. Change isn't coming, friend. It's already here. I call the Silver Bazaar home for now, but I've no lingering affection for the place. I go wherever there is gil to be gotten. Why does that not surprise me? My old worker. Your ears working? I guess not. Enough already, I'm leaving. But tell that bloody kickfoo this is the end. Nothing, you hear? Nothing! Right. No new letters for day, Kupo. I love the Moogles. They're awesome. Ooh, pretty water. And we'll talk to you after. We'll talk to this one who's in the middle of the way. As I almost stepped on his head, or did I? You Silver Bazaar folk are annoying as all hells. I'll give you that. Bugger this job. I'm off to find some peace and quiet. 'Cause where you were wasn't already quiet? Okay. And Danielle of the Silver Bazaar requires some very specific materials to fix his fix his father's broken compass. Please, you must help me. It's my father. While he isn't dying or anything. Well, don't be so dramatic then. He's a fisherman by trade, you see, but he broke his only compass. Well, I guess that's important for a fisherman. He hasn't been able to put out to sea in weeks. The compass is very special. It was crafted by the goldsmiths of Estames Lapidaries. Sure. That's probably kind of a French accent name. Probably a Elozin. Repairing it will require many chunks of magnetite. Such stones can be found near the lighthouse, but the search is not without its dangers. The area is rife with earth sprites drawn to the magnetism. I'm a lowly fisherman's son. I have no arm for fighting, nor the stomach. 3 chunks of magnetite would serve to mend the compass. Once you find them, please take them to my father, Galfridus. No doubt he'll be dawdling about the bazaar as always. And there is one more person we need to doubt. Are they in here? Aha! Persistent little thing, ain't ya? Fine, I'm on my way. But tell that Kifu this ain't over. Guess I should actually right-click to see what they're saying. My business is my own, now get out of my sight before Before I put you out of it. Well, how about doubt? I doubt you can do that. Bah, I was just about to leave anyway, so don't go thinking you had any part in it. Right. And we'll talk to Kikabo. As I jump around. Are they gone? All of them? Well, that's a relief. Serves them right for trying to scare honest folk from their homes so their own masters can buy them. The hammers were built to pound the ground here into solid foundation. The plan is to turn these tracts into manors and manses for Thanalin's wealthy. The same fate awaits the Silver Bazaar. Once the value of the land is set to rise, small wonder some opportunists opportunist is trying to drive us all off so he can have it all to himself. The Silver Bazaar may not be what she used to. More people leave now than come, and more shops close than open, but it's my home, and I don't mean to be chased off by some bloody gillionaire craven who sends common thugs to do his dirty work. Don't blame you, lass. And we'll just head over this way. And I guess that's collecting for the... Run away, run away! We'll attack you. You can follow us. And there I went to try to use one of my skills again that I don't actually have. The bad thing about having a tank as your main. Oh, something I wanted to mention early on, once I have the other classes available to unlock, I will probably be doing so, and then I'll leave it to you guys of which one you want me to play. I will try to keep them up to the same current level so that I don't have to waste time to level. No promises with that though. And I will definitely be grabbing a DPS class because it'll be faster for the storyline and quests and everything else. As you can see, there's pretty slow damage, but with a DPS class, as one would assume, it would be much faster. But if you enjoy slower battle, it's not such a big deal. Ah. Magnetite. No, how do I get up there? Up, biddy up, biddy up. And as you notice, there's a few around there. That usually means once you're in this area, there'll be a bad guy, or you already see the bad guys, and you'll need to engage them in combat before you can actually collect whatever item is there, or interact with whatever item is there, or person, or what have you, etc. Oh, I guess there's one over here. Hopefully I should level up to level 10 soon. So by the time I get to go back to Ulda, I will be able to get my next class quest. And obviously, as you notice, the combat is a lot faster because I have better gear, which should always be true in any game. I'm guessing the last one is over here somewhere. Aha, there it is. There we go. And we'll just kill this, and then I'm guessing back to the Silver Bazaar. Fritis. Don't waste your time, lass. Bloody compass done broken on me. I'll not be fishing this day nor the next, more than like. Well, we might be able to do something about that. An ordinary looking stone that will adhere itself to certain types of metal. Magnetite. Magnetite? Danielle asked of that, did he? So Dad's to fix up the old compass and put it back to sea, is he? Catch a nice haul of fat fish, I have a vessel what's barely seaworthy and scarce big enough for me alone. I've no crew, no hands to help with the haul. All bloody day at sea, busting my arse gets me a few gil at best. Days ain't what they were. Time was, I could scarce count the ships what used to make berth here. There weren't no empty coin purse or stomach in all the bazaar. Small ships ain't got no place at sea no more. Everywhere you go, I'm in the shadow or wake of some monstrous trawler, or senior, whatever. Old ways are done. Well, we little fishermen done lost our way. Ain't no fisherman no more, no much of a father, I suppose. Just a broken man with a broken compass and broken dreams. Well, aren't you a cheery fellow? And there we go. Stick them with their pointy end. Huzzah! That's the next combination. That just restores MP. That's... Radius of the Silver Czar wishes to reclaim his fishing lures for the goblin muggers who took them. I appreciate what you did, friend, bringing me magnetite. Gave it some more thought. I did put back out at sea and all, but even with my compass fixed, still ain't got me lucky copper lures. Was waylaid by some goblin muggers a few weeks back, just north and east of here. Thieving bastards made off with my lures, dozens all told. Must be ye felled some earth sprites to get them magnetite chunks, am I right? If so, I reckon you could put down a few goblins and bring 'em back me lures. Suppose I could make do with just 2 of 'em. A couple of copper ones should serve for me. Yeah, up for helping put a broken life back together? Yes, so. Just up there. Yeah, why not? We'll just avoid the fate. Don't need to spend more time. Probably, well, shouldn't take that long to finish it, but we won't spend that time on it. And just over here. Conveniently, they're not aggro, so killing them should be rather simple. Someone's running around on Fenrir. So there's an actual line of sight with these monsters if they're aggro. If you can avoid it, so run behind them, but not too close to them, you can usually get away with that. Especially if you don't want to fight them. It ain't easy to ask, but I'm asking all the same, friend. 2 copper, yep, we saw that. From its condition, it can be gathered that this lure was gnawed on by more than one denizen of the deep. My old copper lures, never thought I'd see those buttes again. Bloody hells, them goblins sure saw to bang them up. Bah! Ain't gonna be catching no fish with these. Well, that's that. Must be an old self telling me to give up my sea legs. Might be, as there's a new life waiting out there somewheres. Ha! Maybe me compass will lead me to get... Born and bred here I was, ain't never called no place else home. Times are changing though. Suppose I could sell off me land to them bloody buzzard prospectors and see what else is out there for me. Well, aren't you a cheerful fellow? And we'll just equip that. Kickapoo is searching for someone to help her with land prospectors who have their sights set on the Silver Bazaar. It's terrible, Celebrian. Simply terrible. Please, you must help us. You've already done so much for us. I know that, but we're in grave danger. Those fiends have drawn up fake contract of sale and are trying to use it to drive us from the bazaar. Do you smell that, Kickapoo? This is the smell of wow. I know I can say that word. Inevitability. You know this day would come. You simply choose to fill the interim with resistance rather than acceptance. Brave, but foolish. Back from more, Kenrick. How many times must I say it before it seeps into that thick skull of yours? I'll die before I see an elm of this land fall into your hands. Easily arranged, I assure you. Come, Kickapoo, listen to reason. You know who we are. You know our deeds. You have no hope in this. Look at this miserable place, a stain on the map. You resist now, but I swear I will lay waste to these shabby tents and broken buildings. And when I'm finished, I guarantee you will thank me for it. You stupid, foolish man. You couldn't be more wrong. You may no longer boast that the visitors of Gil are of days past, but this is home to me and many more. Our memories are here, years worth of them. Decades. We sweated together, then we dug this well. We laughed and drank together in every festival, and we mourned together with each life that the desert took from us. That is the Silver Bazaar. That is home. Those memories are what makes this place, and I swear to the 12 above I'll feed you and whatever masters you serve your own manhood before I let you destroy it. Stubborn girl, no matter. The sale is all but concluded. Look about you. Rights of seizure have already been posted, and I do not think of taking them down were I you. End this futile fight, Kikifu. There are far more of us, and you are truly willing to die for this place? We're more than willing to oblige you. Celebrian, please, the rights of seizure. You must tear them down and chase Kenrick from here once and for all. I guess we're gonna do that. One down. 3 to go. To go. One over there, and one over there. Ah, yes, as I was mentioning, the chocobo keeps porters sooner. We'll, talk to that one once we're done with this quest. Or, well, done with this battle, rather. Traveler, I interest you in the chocobo porter? Do not tell me this is your first visit to the stop. I shall update my register with your name so that you may access this location in the future. Then explains the porters. And there's a bit of a spoiler, kind of, maybe, sort of. We'll just leave you to that, and I won't explain more. So anyway, now I can actually use this to get to Ul'dah a lot faster, and we will do that instead of teleporting. And one to go. Go over here. And an interesting thing is a lot of the bad guys are the various different classes, so I can't remember what the Lalafell was, but then we saw a mage type class, so it's probably your thaumaturge. And then that was the pugilist. And we just got another achievement, and out of curiosity, what was that? Let's see. Defeat 100 enemies. Cool. Alrighty, and now we need to talk to Kenrick. Because why not? I thought you might be along. Pity you're too late. The demolitionists are already on their way. Every building bearing a right of seizure will be rubble within the hour. I would fairly gladly to rip them in front of his face. An official-looking document detailing the seizures of a specified piece of property. What property? What seizures? The rights, you! What have you done? But that means, my man, no, that's impossible. The day may be yours, but I will be back soon, and with far more fearsome company. You've made an enemy for life, you fool. I won't be content simply to see the bazaar struck from maps. No, I will not rest until its name is wiped from every history booked in Eorzea. Right. Oh well. Kickapoo. So Kenrick is gone for now, is he? That's certainly the brightest news we've had in a while, though I can't help but wonder about the more fearsome company he threatens to bring. I've never had a way with words, bloody paltry things, but we would like to thank you. You've not just saved the Silver Bazaar, you saved me. You've saved who I am. I see now that I'll have to maintain a constant vigilance to keep my home from harm, but it's a vigil I welcome. I'll stand up to any threat that comes through that gate. And we'll stand with you. What do you... So you did for us having Celebrin here chase off Kenrick and all. It's true, there ain't much more here worth fighting for, but it's home. And I ain't for But it's home, and I, for one, ain't ready to give up on it just yet. Aye, this is home, and even if there's nothing left but sand and cracked stone, then I say we build something right here together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And most of all, thank you, Celebrian. There's no more fine garments or gold spun and brocade here, no more bustling port with ships full of cargo and fish, but the better days live on in our hearts. We are the Silver Bazaar, and it is us. Our memories, our past, our history, that is what makes this place. So long as we remain, so too does hope. You taught us what it is to defend the home we love, and from now on, we'll do no less for ourselves than you've done for us. I have a final favor to ask of you. This letter. I wonder if you would deliver it to Momodi for me when you next visit Ulda. She and I have been friends for many years. Let her read my words, and she'll be able to give you the reward I cannot. So we'll just head back this way, because we need to anyway. And now I don't actually have to avoid the fate, because the fate has since finished. Which is nice. And I just realized I'm probably going to have to head back that way because of this task that I forgot about. Oh well. Adelard. What is it? Can't you see I'm busy cleaning the sand clogs from these hammers? I'd kill for a few bottles of carbon grease right now. Oh, well, we may just have some. It's best if one does not ask exactly how this oil was extracted from a Kobe. Yeah, probably don't want to know. Carbon grease. Fafano must have sent you. Thank the gods for both of you. Before long, these tracks will be covered with the estates of Voldon Elite, but this ground is too loose to build upon. The hammers are pounding to make a solid foundation. Once that's done, then you'll see the structures start to rise. The building was planned to stretch even further, to the heart of Silver Bazaar even, but it seems the powers that be are being met with some local resistance. I hear some lass named Kickapoo holds the rights to the bulk of the land there, stubborn to a fault, that one. Bloody thorn in the side. Well, we won't tell him that we just helped them, so that's that. But since I'm running back this way, as long as I don't have any other quests, I can just take the porter back to the bazaar after we see what Fafano. Boots. Feet. Something has Fafano at the Silver Bazaar in a very agitated state. Who do they think they are? I paid good coin to. There you are. You're one of those task-seeking adventurer types, are you not? Some wares I ordered from Uldon merchant arrived, but those bloody worthless haulers just dropped them outside the gate and left. Ain't obliged to bring him no further, the lazy bastard said. Gate to the bazaar is still the bazaar. Order ain't sad enough about no home delivery. Order ain't said nothing about no home delivery. The call. There are 3 pieces in all. Would you be so good as to bring them to me? I guess so. Fafano's baggage. I see 1, 2, and 3. Those oafs have better not damaged my bags. Well, have you them yet? Nope. This piece is quite warm from having sat under the Thanalan sun. Hopefully there is nothing perishable inside. Perishable? Wow. Let's see. Yes. Excellent. Everything is accounted for. These bags contain garments from sun-silk tapestries, though each is flawed in some way. And although even a minor misthread is enough to turn the most luxurious gown into fodder for the furnaces. Not here, though. So long as the garments bear a famous name, the souls of the Silver Bazaar has no qualms with quality. Times used to be better. We were never driven to such lows, but Gil is harder to come by now, and more so with each passing day. All that's left to this bazaar are overly proud souls with underly developed tastes. Everyone clings to the glories of the golden past, yet none makes efforts to reshape the dismal present. I pray the damnable bazaar someday sinks beneath the sands that strangle the sooner than better. And obviously we have a bit of continuity there. Okay, and we are going to take the chocobo key to Ulda. Hire a chocobo. Ulda. Less than 1 minute. And now I can sit back and relax and do nothing. While I'm doing it, I'm just going to make a quick adjustment to this. I actually intended to have that down there. And there you go. That wasn't right either. I'll just be floating in a bit of space up in the air. Eventually I'll have 2 more hot bars here, as I will need them for the skills. And as you also noticed, the hotbar here changed, it's just temporarily. And for the dismount, this is also the pet hotbar, which usually appears... Oops, I just hit my microphone, sorry about that. Usually appears when you have a pet. So, with the Arcanist, you have a pet of sorts. And I won't go further into that before. That's kind of a spoiler, so we'll get to that when we get to that. So we'll just talk to Momody and... yes. All this then? You got something for me? A sincere note of thanks for the sweet-voiced Kickapoo of the Silver Bazaar. A letter? Now who would you think to? Kickapoo, haven't heard word from that old gal in ages. How's the dear doing? Let's see here. That's Kickapoo, alright. Time was I used to call in at the Silver Bazaar quite often. This was back when it was still the busiest hub in Thanalan, mind you. Old Kickapoo and I used to stay up till dawn talking about, well, whatever girls do. Kickapoo's the very heart and soul of that place. How's even most folk here in the city still remember her name. Breaks my bloody heart to hear her and them good folk were nearly forced from their dirty business, that. But I'm not to the point of worrying just yet. I'd wager Gil to go boo poop. The Silver Bazaar will be rallying back to its former glory before long. In any case, I think the 12 of you were there to help them here for you on behalf of Kickapoo and the Bazaar. And we'll just do an item comparison. That's exactly the same, so if you like how it looks, if you don't, I don't really, so we'll just go with that. And something I haven't done yet is talking to the smith. Greetings, I'm one of the smiths, a stoker, fire and forger of futures, as a dedicated member of the Adventurers Guild. I've been entrusted with the task of providing assistance to new adventurers. I see you have but recently taken up the adventurer's mantle. The possibility stretching out before you must be positively daunting. In the Adventurers Guild, we see new adventurers as fledgling heroes. You are a champion of tomorrow, our nascent stars of limitless potential. My fellow smiths and I are here to provide you with guidance, but the Guild also enlists a cadre of veteran adventurers who will be happy to share with you their accustomed wisdom. You can recognize these helpful men and women by their title of Mentor. Mentors stand ready to advise you on any aspect of adventuring. They have hundreds of quests under the belts and will likely have a solution for whatever dilemma might be causing you trouble. A mentor may even offer to accompany you on your adventures. I highly recommend that you take advantage of a mentor's aid to enrich your experiences in Eorzea. Pray do not hesitate to ask me if you would like to know more. The new adventurer status is applied to all players who have recently begun their adventures in Eorzea. Amongst Eorzea's thriving population, there are seasoned players known as mentors who have taken it upon themselves to assist these new adventurers. When a new adventurer and a mentor form a party, they both receive a bonus to experience points earned. Upon invitation by a mentor, new adventurers also gain access to the Novice Network, an exclusive chat channel where they can consult with mentors and share their experiences with other beginning players. And I don't think I can do this yet. Yeah, I didn't think so. Eventually there will be a kind of introduction to your various classes, so it'll tell you how to tank properly in a dungeon, or things you should be looking for as a tank, or things as a healer, or things as a DPS class, and I think there's two different categories for that: DPS melee, and your ranged DPS. So we have that class quest there. I guess I'm going in the wrong direction. I need to go this way. But I still need pants that are better. So we will head over to the market and see what we can find. Actually, we'll get our class quest, because if we're lucky, it'll be one with pants. Let's see. Nope. Just hands, a helm, chest piece, and boots. Well, first sword, Mela, requires your immediate assistance with a dangerous matter. You look well, Sliverian. I hope you're ready for your next task, because I require your immediate assistance. There have been several violent murders recently, the victims of which are all Hirium men. Based on the multiple spear wounds found upon the bodies of the deceased, we believe the Lancers are responsible for the crimes. Not only are these murders a blight upon our city, I fear it's only a matter of time before one of our own is targeted. I have just received reports of foreign lancers skulking about in Stone's Throw. Considering the circumstances, I find it likely that these are our culprits. We cannot abide any more murders. Go to Stone's Throw outside the Gate of Nald and speak with anyone you find in the area. With luck, we may find these lancers before they strike again. Well, that was cheerful. But before I do that, because let me see where that is. Yes, see, that's at direction. Well, I think. Yeah, I have to go this way anyway, so I may as well use the teleport. And what are you? Sapphire Revenue Exchange? Pearl yeah, that's... I always forget the names of the places unless I see it on the map. So we'll just teleport there instead of running our way through, just to save a little bit of time. I am going to repair my gear, get better pants, and then we're going to go do that quest. And... let's see. Tradecraft, Independent, Battlecraft Armor, Purchase Staple of War Gear. What are we, level 10 to 19? I need some pants. Better pants. What you got? Well, I guess we'll be going... wait. Yes. That's all we can. Cost 270 gil, but... we'll probably earn that back pretty quick. I guess I have shops here. I'll let you read that. Oh, yes. I have that habit of trying to do things when I can't because I'm occupied. Those are terrible colored pants. That hurts a lot. And unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. So we'll just mosey on along. It's actually one of those times where I'll just, equip those again. Unfortunately, I don't have a glamour that I could use to actually hide that appearance, but... so we'll just leave it to some decent looking pants because it's really an eyesore sometimes. You can also buy dyes, but I don't want to spend gil on that because they're usually not too cheap. And I know later on it's pretty easy to make them. So once you have the gatherers and crafters available, do that, or just ask a friend if you have a friend that's playing, or even if you're in a free company, maybe someone in your free company might do that for you. Things that I will be doing off video was probably joining my free company because there's a bonus, or various bonuses that your free company can have as a boost to free player, or not free players, new players, old players, etc. Just very handy boosts, either for experience in combat, experience in travel, that sort of thing. And in fact, mentioning that, I realized I could have been using those, but that's okay. Cutlass Gladiator, don't kill me please, I'm not the one you want. Oh, I guess they are. Hello. Because I used flash, I accidentally attracted that marmot. Well, the marmot's about to die. Sometimes Cab is not your friend. And one more. Who are we talking to? Who are we talking to? Over here? Over here? Where? Oh. I guess that was that guy. Okay. Thank you, thank you. They'd appeared out of nowhere, asked me if I was eldest at Spear Point. I said no, but they attacked me anyway. What did I do to deserve this? I do not know. Let's see. And we'll go back into town. And over here we go. I guess all the way over here. Because why not? That's the other thing that's interesting. Some of their classes have faster mobility. So the tank is kind of slow. You don't notice when you've only ever played this class, but when you get to some of your DPS classes that have high mobility, such as like a rogue or a ninja class, you can notice the difference in speed. If you had a number of party members, you will also notice this. Your DPS are always going to be faster than the tank. Healer is pretty much on par with that as well. Just talk to Mila. Hopefully that's it for that. I guess not. So they were indeed the murderers we sought. But what brought dusk white freelancers all the way from the Black Shroud? And why were they murdering Hurian men with swords? First sword! What is it? Lancers, first sword, a gang of them, hidden in the tunnel south of Blackbrush Station. It seems we're not rid of them yet. Slubberin, you might as well finish what you started, go to Central Thanalin and dispatch the last of these freelancers. Bruce, accompany Celebrian so that she doesn't die. Well, I can't keep this last from getting skewered, but I'll patch her up best I can. Celebrian, defend Bruce. He knows powerful healing magics, but he can't employ them unless you keep all the enemy occupied. Do not forget to use your flash technique. I am counting on you to keep those birds away from me. Watch my back and... I clicked too fast. And you have your orders, Gladiators. Send those freelancers to the 7th gate. So I guess we'll do this first. What? Central Thanalin over here. I'm just going to teleport there because, yeah. Because then I'll wrap that up with this video and, yeah. Okay, I need to go. Actually, I'm going to talk to you, because I haven't mended my gear. Repair. And then I'll head over this way. Bruce the Big. Same as no one's home. What say we wait here and ambush them when they return? I say, let's say. If your level is above 14, we'll be synced. Well, it's not. We're only level 10. And battle thus commence. And there I've used my flash ability, and I best up my defense so that Bruce can heal me. So in this objective is we want to make sure that Bruce lives. Otherwise, I think we lose this duty. And the nice thing about if you lose a duty, you can repeat it. You don't actually die and you don't go to your home point. You just repeat the duty however many times as you need. So on and so forth. There's more over here, so flash, flash, flash. And hopefully that's the last of them, because Bruce is getting pretty low in health. The captain. Helps if I click on the right person. And one thing you have to watch with your flash use, it uses MP, so you need to make sure you restore that, at least with this tank. With Gladiator specifically, some of the other tank skills are different. So Marauder's tank is Marauder's skills are different, and the only other tank is Dark Knight, but that's not available from the start. So, and duty complete. Looks like we're done here. Let's head home, Slumerian. I could use a drink. Well, I'm gonna run back over this way, talk to the porter, and then use the porter to get back to Ulda, because it's actually probably faster than running my way back there, because it's a pretty big distance. I think this place is closer. And because I didn't actually talk to the porter beforehand, I believe, so it's too bad I don't have the... well, yes I do. I'll talk to the Chocobo Keep and then I'll equip those terrible pants again. Because then that will open up this. So are you ready for inspection? Good, everything appears in order, yet know that not is guaranteed in this world. Fate is a fickle mistress. After all, at any rate, capable adventurers like you are few and far between, and I would not have you throw your life away. I have had to bury too many comrades who brushed aside cracks in their hauberks and dints to their helms. No matter where you face, do not disregard the importance of gear. We get that anyway. Wait, is that an option? No, that's those are options. So we'll go with that. Warren has worked for an adventurer willing to exterminate the kobolins attacking ore wagons. Let's get to it then, shall we? Ore wagons pass through the station every day, but not without incident. Wagons coming and going from the dispatch yard to the south must pass through a tunnel by Fesca's watch, a tunnel in which some genius saw fit to put an ore storehouse, creating ideal conditions for a kobold nest. So now the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in a tunnel we dug, and we're particularly delivered meals to their doorstep, but no more. Inside the tunnel in question you will find a narrow fissure where the kobolds hide. Use this silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures, then slay them. FFXIV, did your name, is concerned for the welfare of a fellow sentry. See that bloke over there? Name's Osbert, and he's hurt bad. Now, it ain't exactly my job to mind his business. I'm a torch, he's a blade, but at the end of the day we're both people, you know what I'm saying? Narrowed, I went over to him just earlier, asked what's wrong, but he refused to tell me, the stubborn bugger. Seems his pride is more important to him than his life. What is it with men and acting tough? I tell myself I've tried, but if the fellow ends up kicking the bucket, I don't want that on my conscience. I know this is sudden, but could you try and talk him into drinking a high potion? I'd sleep a deal better for it. I ain't got one on me, but one fellows over yonder sells them. Oh. Well, do I have a high potion to actually give him? Oh, I do. Well, there you go. Breathe, Osbert, old boy, just breathe. Pain is just weakness leaving this. My head, if only I had saved a high potion, I think that might be the end. Well, we'll just give you ours. Here you go. Well, I don't really need this, but if you insist, you have my thanks, adventurer. I was resigned to suffering in silence. You weren't really being silent. For I, Osbert the Undying, veteran of countless battles, could not afford to show weakness to my colleagues, yet they all noticed. And your allies, they look for me for inspiration, you see. Right. To think that I was almost brought low by a gentle blow to the head. I was only incapacitated for a few moments, I think. To repay you for your discretion in this delicate matter, I shall share with you my warrior's wisdom. If you must practice your juggling, use heavy stones at your own peril. That should be common sense, I think. And I guess we'll head back this way and do this last main quest, and then that'll be it for this video. Actually, depending on where it takes us, I might finish that class quest as well. I really do not like these pants. But whatever, hopefully we get some new ones soon. Narrow fissure. Really should have gotten that shield first. Oh well. Silver cluster. Silver ore cluster. And as I was mentioning, I think in the last video, about the AO and sometimes it being round rather than that triangle, what? As you can see, in this case this is round, circle. Each monster has a different kind of AO and some of them have multiple skills and so on, so. Okay, we will go talk to him. And then if he has another quest for us in that area, we'll talk to him, and then I'm going to head back to Ul'dah to get finish that quest for my class, and then we'll continue on in this spot in the next video. So let's see. Talking to him. Well done. It shan't be easy work to keep the tunnel free of kobolds, but our wagons should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions to ore shipments threaten not only the interest of Majena and Sons mineral concern, but of Ul'dah herself. One might liken these train tracks to veins that bear our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more women like you to lend a hand. And we get a new neck. And I leveled up. Warren needs your help to solve a mystery. Ah, Celebrine, I dare say you are the right woman to solve this mystery. Someone or something has been littering the tracks with pieces of silver ore. Even a tiny chunk can send a wagon off its course, so I've had to devote significant manpower to locating and clearing these obstructions. We can't keep this up forever, though. I need you to find the culprits and put an end to their mischief. Search for any pieces of pockmarked silver ore on the tracks. If you're lucky, you'll catch them before they escape. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff around here, but we're gonna take the porter back to Ulda. And then we'll finish that class quest. And just because I can, we'll go this way to the Gladiator Guild instead of going the other way, because I think this might actually be faster. Because instead of running across and loading screen, here's the loading screen, and then it just basically crossed. That probably didn't make sense, but you'll see. I could also have taken the mini Aetheryte, but old habits die hard. I could have actually just turned there and gone like that, but oh well. A little sidetrack. I won't bother with the Aetheryte because the closest one is basically like right there anyway. And then over, see the pretty fountain. And then I turn here. And then here we are. Congratulations on a job well done, Celebrian. Bruce says you acquitted yourself well. You have shown tremendous growth since you joined us, and though it pains me to do this, you have earned the right. Celebrian, I grant you leave to join other guilds. As you are doubtless know, Ulda is home to both the Pugilists Guild and the Thaumaturges Guild. However, there are also guilds where you might learn something of more peaceful traditions. You may even join the guilds of other nations, if that is your desire. Know that I will respect your decisions, whatever they may be, so long as you do not forget that you are, above all, a gladiator. And then you now have access to the armory system. Quests to unlock other classes can be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist in the corresponding guild. There exists myriad disciplines in Eorzea that adventurers can take up for the most rewarding experience. However, it is recommended that you first focus on mastering your current class. Before you head off, I wanted to ask you. Bruce believes the freelancers were out for a bounty. What is your opinion on this, Celebrian? They were tracking a man named Aldous. Their motives died with them. You might as well say that. Aldous, are you certain that is the name you heard? He's alive? But how? That's for us to know and you to not find out. So at this point, you see you have various options. I usually go through my gear to see which is the lowest level, and then choose based on that of which one I will take. So either that or that should be replaced, but that's what that looks like, which I don't really like. I like the current one, so we're gonna go with this. Because who doesn't like a better helm? And now I also have a gear sets are available now. And yeah. I also have a shield now. And you can see it equipped. And a really weird weapon. I always found that one weird. Fortunately, you don't really have it for long, but... And as you can see, all these purple quests, there'll be one there too, have appeared. I will collect those in the next video. So that's it for this. Thanks for watching.